What is up, Sagittarius? Welcome to your general timeless you versus them reading. So this is a relationship reading. It is going to cover any relationship, whether it be romantic or platonic. It's just going to cover a person in your life. So take it as it resonates, as it is general. And if you want a personal reading to look into your own situation, book it down below through my website. And check out Patreon if you want a free 10-minute reading, access to the monthly readings, the weekly live chat, major transit readings, and a lot more. Moon cycle readings. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on there. So let's see what's going on for you, Sag. We're going to do head, heart, soul for each person, your current situation, for the relationship, and the obstacle you both are facing. Sagittarius. Sag, I love your energy. Every time I get into Sag energy, I'm like, this is going to be a fun reading. I find like Sag just to be like that sarcastic, playful. Head. Heart, soul, head, heart, soul. Whew! Oh my goodness. My heart space just feels tight. There's a lot of attraction in this relationship, but there's a power struggle. There's like a sternness with it. It's almost like, I want to get close to you, but it's kind of like both people want to be like the tough guy, kind of play a little bit of hard to get. It's a really interesting energy. Even if they already have each other, there's just this dynamic of like power struggle, and it's rooted in sexual attraction, which is actually really interesting. Again, regardless if you're romantic or platonic, it's that sexual attraction could also come across as like competition, like healthy competition. Like when I feel sexual energy, it's also like ambitious energy. So if this is like a coworker or a family member, or you're playing a sport and it's somebody you're competing with for a position on varsity or something, it could come across as like healthy competition, like determination, right? Okay, so in the headspace, we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. So person one, King of Swords. They're silent. They're very quiet until they actually know what it is that they want to speak on. They're going to tell you the truth. They spend a lot of time in introspection. I feel like this is a person who shuts down very easily, feels very Aquarian. Is the King of Swords Aquarius? No. Yes, it is actually. The King of Swords is Aquarius. Yeah, because the Queen of Swords is Libra. Yeah. Okay, makes sense. I like this energy. I like it because it feels mature. It feels mature. It doesn't feel avoidant. It feels very mature. It feels like they take the time to really reflect on themselves. Queen of Pentacles. I feel very, they try their best to really stay balanced in who they are. Very different energy. I feel a lot calmer with this energy. They're both calm, but their calmness feels different. This feels very like, oh, I could take a nap. This feels like, okay, I'm calm. I could think about things. It feels very analytical, mentally exhausting, whereas this feels very nurturing. It feels very like, everything will work out. It will be fine. Like, I got it. In the heart space, 9 of Cups and then Judgment. This person's very confident with where they're at on their journey. They're very accepting of it. I like it. This person, I feel like they're used to being alone. I feel like they're used to being on their own, very independent. They enjoy their space, their solitude. I think they balance each other really well, and I think that's why they're so attracted to one another. Now, this is what is interesting, is the energy and the soul. Sorry, like my mouth moves along with my channel, and so staying consciously like present is hard during readings sometimes, especially when you're like the end of my day readings. With the Devil here, the Devil's Capricorn energy. They have a very mischievous, it's almost like a side of them they don't want to be seen. It could be very, okay. This is oh my goodness. This is somebody who's, it's kind of, why they do not want me to share this. They don't want to be seen is really what it is. I had a very similar energy in the Aries reading. Somebody didn't want to be seen. This person feels even more so like they do not want to be seen. They struggle to see themselves, like to see this very playful, like, what's the word? Extroverted side of themselves. That could be like really sexual, or it could be really creative, or it could be really outgoing. I think that they've made themselves small into what they think is a mature person. And it's actually keeping them from their fun, from their play. The Devil doesn't feel bad at all. It feels like someone who is just really struggling to accept themselves. And that's why it's showing up as the Devil, because it's the fear. It's the fear of being seen. It's the fear of being acknowledged. But they have a very fun side to them, and I don't think that they let it really show very often. It's hidden. It's almost like they feel an embarrassment about it. Like, if I do that, I just look stupid or I look silly, and that's not true. Like, be free in yourself. You have the life experience to experience it. Whereas this person has the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. This is what they mirror. Every relationship, there's a mirror of some sort, because you're drawn together because of a similarity. And that's what I love about these spreads. You see the similarity of what it is you have brought to the table with one another, and what it is your purpose to heal, right? So it's insecurity and rejection of self, very similar to the Leo reading. Now with this 9 of Pentacles in reverse, it is it's like they know their worth, but they don't believe and feel their worth. And that's why in this soul space you have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Now the current situation is the Queen of Wands. A lot of sexual tension between these two, or a lot of creative fire between the two of them. This also speaks to both people being very stubborn, but they express their stubbornness or rigidity through their demeanor, through their tone, through their body language. It's not something that is very verbalized, and if it is, it feels very like blunt, like done. We are done. Like, I said what I said, take it or leave it, kick rocks. There's a playful, sarcastic, ooh, New Jersey came out there for a second, sarcastic banter between the two of them. That was scary. Your obstacle is the Sun in reverse. So when we have these insecurities of self, or this rejection of parts of ourselves, we oppress ourselves. And so in turn, that's a projection in the relationship, and that's the obstacle. Oppressing one another, right? Making one another small because they're not being who you think they should be, right? Meanwhile, both individual people are not being who they think they should be, right? They are being who they think they should be, but they're not being their authenticity. And when they learn to accept their own authenticity, you'll start to see other people in their authenticity and be like, okay, that's just who they are at this point on their journey, and that's perfectly okay. I can accept them as that. Doesn't mean that I need to accept them into my life, but I can accept that that's where they're at, and that's okay, right? Who am I to say whether it's not or whether it is? That's their point on their journey. That's them. I can't control it. And it's getting to that place that's very healthy. Then you have the 8 of Wands over here. This is going to move forward. This is it's meant to happen this way. You're going to create very stable relationships within yourselves. Fire signs. I like all the fire signs readings today. They've been very positive. They've been very healing. I like it. I'm happy that the collective is shifting into such like a loving space. Let's look at this King of Swords for Sagittarius. So we have the King of Swords in reverse. Very nice. Yeah, so again, they stay in their head. They don't say much out loud. With the 9 of Cups, you have the Hermit upright. Again, it's very, very cut and dry. This person's very cut and dry, which is why their cards are bang, bang, bang. Like we said, they like their time alone. They like their solitude. They feel really comfortable. They're very independent. Now, I don't see how they feel about the other person. Yeah, 2 of Cups in reverse. They're not used to people who really want to commit to them. They think that something is out of balance here, and that's what they want to talk about. They want to talk about it. Yeah, but they don't know how to approach it. They ruminate too much. They'll beat around the bush with things. Yeah, King of Wands, there it is. Yeah, they're a true pair, King to the Queen of Wands. But see, what they struggle to do is move forward with this passionate, playful side of them, and that's actually what would bridge the intimacy between these two people. Okay, let's look at the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Yeah, see, they're denying their inner child, their inner play, their inner joy, and they're very focused on building in a very practical manner. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. They want a new beginning with this person. They want it to move forward. This person wants to talk about the imbalance in the relationship or what's not working to them. Yeah, Judgment. Look at this, King and Queen of Wands. It's interesting because the Queen of Wands is the current situation. So the highlight is actually the feminine. We're going to get to why. That's really interesting. With the 10 of, because they're bringing a 10 of Pentacles to the table. Their 10 of Pentacles is in reverse. They hold an energy of lacking stability because they haven't found it in self yet. Whereas this person's found stability in self, but they have not accepted all of themselves, like their soul, their playful side. Whereas this person's still struggling to even accept not only their playful side, but their sense of stability and reliability in oneself. So really showing up for oneself. Yeah, with the 4 of Cups in reverse, there's been a rejection of self, and that's what the heart's opening up to on a soul level through this relationship. Yeah, Death in reverse. So there's the rebirth. They're going through a big transformation, and that's why they're showing up as the main energy for the relationship. Tell me about this Queen of Wands for the current situation. What else do we have for Sag? Yeah, 7, they're very, very defensive. Yeah, anytime they're pushed into a direction, yeah, they're not used to stability. This person, the masculine energy is bringing a very stable relationship to the table. Even though they're analytical, they just need to learn how to have a little bit more fun. But I feel like they have matured more. Not that one is better than the other, but I feel like they have just moved a little further on the maturity path than this person when it comes to mental, emotional, and material maturity. And so this person's not used to having an energy like that in their life. They're used to things that lack stability, and that's what they're attracted to. And so to have something that is now stable, it's challenging them to find stability within themselves as well, because this is a very solid foundation with the 4 of Wands. Tell me about the Sun, the obstacle. Yeah, so both people are being called to step out of this energy of oppression and really allow themselves this very vulnerable expression of the emotional self instead of communicating through what they think they feel. Yeah, especially the feminine, Queen of Pentacles, very nice. Yeah, expressing, they know how to be nurturing. They know how to logically show up as nurturing, say things in a very loving, nurturing way, but to be vulnerable, to really speak through this vulnerable voice is where the lesson's going to come for this relationship, to remove this oppression on both of them. It's not solely up to the feminine, but they're learning more from this person than this person is from them, but both people are learning. They're learning to have fun again. They're learning their creativity, their passion, their drive, their ambition, to not be so rigid. 8 of Wands, King of Pentacles in reverse, and the 3 of Swords. This is interesting because I feel like the masculine is so forward focused that they don't realize that they need to also rely on themselves too for their own healing. They can't solely seek it externally through the feminine. And so they show up for themselves in a lot of ways, but they don't show up for themselves in regards to reliability or consistency. And that's where, so both people are going through the lesson of finding balance in who they are, which is really interesting. I feel like this relationship's going to move really well. Let's get a few more cards about the potential outcome of this relationship. Ace of Swords in reverse, Knight of Pentacles. There's going to be a conversation on how you two should start investing in this relationship together for a new beginning, because the current one it's not the most stable, and the universe is really trying to bring in this very stable foundation for you. Knight of Pentacles is very slow, methodical movement towards a new beginning, and I like that. Yeah, because you're ending the 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords is the self-sabotaging and self-betrayal. Okay, so allow you as a couple to move through that, to heal that. And if you want an energy healing session to help you clear away some of that, or for more insight into your own situation, you can book an energy healing session down below or personal reading down below through my website and description box. And if you want a free 10-minute reading, check out Patreon. But like, share, subscribe. It helps the channel grow by giving this video a thumbs up. It helps other people find it. It tells YouTube that people are watching it, and that's a really big help. And I wish you the best, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.